Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Francis. Today's class is actually a redo for the live stream that I put out on Easter Sunday. I noticed that the sound was not working well. That was because I was using my laptop, which I'm not used to using. Typically I film on my phone. Unfortunately, to be able to live stream and film on my phone, I need to have 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube. So I didn't have that, so my only way to live stream was to use my laptop. So if you were wondering what was happening with the quality and why it wasn't that great compared to my film videos, that is why. So today you're going to get the same wonderful class that we did on Easter Sunday together, and hopefully with better sound quality this time. All right, so we're going to begin our class just the way we did last time. So what we're going to do is work on upper body strength, glute strength today, and then we will have some stretching in store as well. So let's make our way over to our mat and bring ourselves all the way down to our belly. Unless we're pregnant, you're going to want to start the class into child's pose. Now here we're going to cross the arms and rest our forehead on top. And once we settle in, you can close your eyes. Relax your jaw. And start to bring focus to your breath, breathing softly. And allowing our mind to relax. Any thoughts we're holding on to, let's put them aside. And take this time to connect to our mind, body, and breath. And once you feel ready, you can open your eyes. We'll lift our forehead. Now we're going to start to warm up the shoulders, triceps, and glutes. Coming to Cobra. Let's bring our hands to our mat just underneath the shoulders. So if your forearms are touching down, your hands need to be further back. Okay, we spread our fingers. Middle fingers are pointing straight ahead. The upper arms and elbows need to join tightly to the sides of the body, as that's where they need to stay. We don't want them to start winging out, or we're going to lose that work for the upper body. Now let's engage the glutes by squeezing the buttocks. So we connect with our breath. On the inhale, let's press through the palms and fingers and press up to baby cobra. So we're just coming about halfway or less. And then as we exhale, nice and easy, lower all the way back down. So inhale, we press up to baby cobra. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So as we continue here with your breath, notice that your elbows, upper arms are still staying close to the sides of your body. This is very basic work, but highly effective. So if you're feeling your muscles really working here, that shouldn't be a surprise. Now we're going to be feeling them a bit more. Next time as we inhale, we're going to press back up to baby cobra and hold here. So you're squeezing your glutes, you're pulling the elbows in, pulling the shoulders down and back. Now let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy, lower down. Now we're going to go through that one more time. So let's reset the hands, pull the elbows in, and engage the glutes. On the inhale, we press up to baby cobra. And then exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And If we do have that greater flexibility in the spine to bring it into extension, you can always lift up a little higher. But we want to make sure the elbows are staying tucked in tight. Now next time as we inhale, we're going to press back up to that baby cobra and hold. Elbows in, shoulders down and back. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Let's lower down. Now if the spine is ready for it, we're going to come to upward dog this time. If it isn't, you're going to come back into cobra. So for upward dog, let's squeeze the buttocks, engage those legs. We're going to push through the hands, tops of our feet as we lift all the way up this time. Your arms are going to become straight and your lower body is going to lift up off your mat. But if you relax your glutes and legs, that's when you're going to feel them just resting down. So engage the legs. From here, abdominals in to support the lower back. Let's curl our toes into our mat and push back to downward dog. And at the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, and step the feet through. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, mountain pose. Now moving into our sun salutations. We're going to be doing our Hindi sun salutations today, and this is going to work your glutes a bit more. So as we set our Hindi stance, our feet come as wide as our mat, and toes are turned out at a 45-degree angle. If you need to see the front view, this is what it looks like. So feet are wider than the hips. Okay? So you can set that stance, lengthen our body, lift our heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, let's sink down as low as we can into our Hindi squat. That's only halfway, that's fine. From here, we're gonna lean forward and set our hands for plank. Let's step back to plank and draw the abdominals in. Lower down to the knees. We're gonna continue to strengthen the triceps as we have a double chaturanga today. It's like a double tricep push-up. So as the spine stays straight, we bend our elbows straight back, keeping the chest forward. Arms come 90 degrees. Now from here, we press back up to plank. Once again, let's come down to that chaturanga. Then from down here, we're gonna take it all the way down and curl toes. Inhale to cobra, or again, if your body's ready for it, you can come to that upward dog instead. Now let's curl our toes into our mat and push back to downward dog. Here we tilt our tailbone up towards the ceiling and continue to push the buttocks back. And at the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, and step the feet through to our Hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, sink down into our Hindi squat. Let's set our hands for plank, either step or option to hop back to plank. Once again, we're going to lower down to the knees, coming into that double chaturanga. So coming down to chaturanga, make sure elbows up or arms in. Then we press back up to that plank. Once again, coming down to that chaturanga, keep your chin up. And then from here, we can take it all the way down for cobra. For upward dog, stay hovered and curl your toes, lift the knees. Inhale, upward dog. You're going to feel greater challenge for that upper body strength with that option. Now let's curl our toes into our mat and push back to downward dog. Here we spread our fingers, firmly press them down into our mat, and nod our chin in towards our chest. And at the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes, bend the knees, either step or hop the feet through to our Hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. One more time. Exhale, sink down into our Hindi squat. Let's set our hands for plank. Either step or hop back to plank. You can lower down to the knees. Unless we do have that greater upper body strength, you have the option to do the same thing on the toes, but maintaining good form. Coming down to chaturanga Then press back up to plank. Make sure it's halfway, we don't come all the way down. Again, coming down to that chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So taking this time, warming up our body and getting our blood circulating. At the end for our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes. Bend the knees, either step or hop the feet through to our hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, mountain pose. Now this time, we're going to create a little bit more work for those glutes. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, sink down halfway into our hindi squat. Yeah, just halfway here. We build strength in both glutes. But we're also feeling other muscles working here, like the quads, building that strength in our ankles. And if you're rounding forward, I need you to lift your chest up, bring yourself into better posture. Now let's sink all the way down, set our hands for plank. Either step or hop back to plank. So now you know your options, knees or toes. Take the one that's best for your body. Coming down to chaturanga, and press back up to plank. Again, coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now we'll inhale, bend our knees and take right foot through into lunge. Center lunge, then we'll inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Let's sink into our lunge, lengthen arms and look up at our thumbs. So we hold here, we're building that strength into the right glute. Now let's look forward. Well, then leaning forward, set our hands for plank. Take right leg back to plank, coming down to chaturanga, then press back up to plank. Now coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then we'll inhale, bend our knees and take left foot through into lunge. Center lunge. Then we'll inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Let's sink into our lunge, lengthen arms, and look up at our thumbs. So now we feel that strength building in our left glute. Now let's look forward. Well, then lean forward, set our hands for plank. Take left leg back to plank, coming down to chaturanga. Then press back up to plank. Again, coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So we can start to acknowledge how our body is feeling today. Making sure to listen to our body. If we ever need to rest, we can sit back into child's pose. At the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes. Bend the knees, either step or hop the feet through to our hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Once again, exhale, sink down halfway into our hindi squat. Now let's sink all the way down, set our hands for plank. Either step or hop back to plank. And knees or toes, you decide. Even if you're finding a double chaturanga to be too much, then just hold here in your plank. Okay, coming down to chaturanga, press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then inhale, bend our knees, take right foot through into lunge. Center lunge. Then inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Let's sink into our lunge, lengthen arms, look up at our thumbs. And looking back to the front, let's lean forward, set our hands for plank. Take right leg back to plank, coming down to chaturanga, and press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then inhale, bend our knees, take left foot through into lunge. Center lunge. Then inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Let's sink into our lunge, lengthen arms, look up at our thumbs. And looking back to the front, let's lean forward, set our hands for plank. Take a left leg back to plank, coming down to chaturanga, then press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So we start to feel now that greater warmth building inner body. At the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes. Bend the knees, either step or hop the feet through to our Hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. One more time, exhale, sink down halfway into our Hindi squat. Or if we like, we can drop 1 inch lower. Check in, chest is up, looking forward. Now let's sink all the way down, set our hands for plank. Either step or hop back to plank. Coming down to chaturanga, press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend our knees, take right foot through into lunge. Set our lunge. Inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Sink into our lunge, lengthen arms, look up at our thumbs. Look forward. Let's lean forward, set our hands for plank. Take right leg back to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend our knees, take left foot through into lunge. Set our lunge. Inhale, lift our heart, sweep the arms up, palms together. Sink into our lunge, lengthen arms, look up at our thumbs. Look forward. Let's lean forward, set our hands for plank. Take a left leg back to plank. Last time with the double chaturanga. Let's see if we can get up onto the toes. Coming down to chaturanga. Press back up to plank. Coming down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Great job here. We're definitely building that strength today. And maybe also building quite a sweat. At the end of our next exhalation, let's come up onto our toes. Bend the knees, either step or hop the feet through to our Hindi squat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, mountain pose. We can now bring our feet back in. We're going to move now into our standing poses, which will strengthen your glutes and shoulders. We'll begin with warrior two. So as you face towards me here, we're going to be using that width of our mat. So we're going to be taking our feet wide apart, maybe about 4 to 5 feet wide. So if you're tall, your feet are going to be much wider apart. Let's turn the right toes pointing to the right side of the room, and then the left toes point straight ahead. Keep your left leg straight and strong. Bend the right knee, sink into our lunge, aiming to get that leg into a 90-degree angle and making sure your knee isn't going past the toes. If it is, you need to take your feet wider apart. Give yourself more room to lunge. It's better for your knee. Let's bring our shoulders in line with hips, lengthen spine, abdominals in. Arms come up to a straight line shoulder height, reaching through the fingertips. We'll then turn our gaze and look towards our right fingertips. Now let's bring our gaze back to center. Keep the arms where they are. Straighten the right leg, pivot right foot in, and turn left toes pointing to the front. Center feet for the other side. Right leg stays straight and strong. Let's bend the left knee, sink into our lunge. Reset, shoulders in line with hips, lengthen spine, belly in. Then we'll turn our gaze and look towards our left fingertips. Let's bring our gaze back to center. Straighten the left leg, release the arms down. We can pivot our left foot back in, and let's bring our feet in together. We're going to come into our warrior three. This pose also works on balance. So let's draw the abdominals in. We'll use our core muscles to help support and stabilize. Bring the arms up alongside our ears, shoulder distance, reaching through the fingertips. As the right foot stays grounded, extend the left leg behind. Legs straight, foot flexed, hips square to the front. We have our balance here, and more is needed. Tip from the hips as we aim to bring our body parallel to the floor. Keep your arms and legs straight, and keep your spine long as well. As we hold here, we improve our focus and concentration. Now let's hinge back up, lower foot, keep the arms where they are, reaching through the fingertips. Left foot grounded, extend the right leg behind. Legs straight, foot flexed, hips square. Again, if more is needed, tip from the hips and come parallel to the floor. Now let's hinge back up, lower foot, and arms. Beautiful. Let's roll the shoulders, loosening up. Shoulders are a smaller muscle group of our body, and they tend to be used a lot in many different things we do, so they tend to be the first muscles that we usually feel. Now we're going to come back to the front of our mat and set that Hindi stance one last time. So with our feet as wide as our mat, lengthen our body, lift our heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms together. Exhale, sink down into our Hindi squat. Set our hands for plank. Either step or hop back to plank. Knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga. This one's going to come all the way down. Uncurl the toes and slide the arms forward. From here, we're going to set up for our Superman. Draw the abdominals in and squeeze the buttocks. Keep those core muscles engaged. Then we'll lift our arms, legs, and chest. Arms and legs are straight. Reach out through the fingers and toes. Here we're looking down in our mat about a foot ahead on the floor. Feel that strength through the backside of your body. Now nice and easy, let's lower down. We're going to bring the arms alongside the body, palms gaze up, and rest the right side of our head down to our mat. Here we're going to relax our body. Close our eyes and breathe. Let's open our eyes. Lift our head back to center. Let's slide those arms forward. And come to that Superman one more time. Draw the abdominals in, squeeze the buttocks. Lift arms, legs, and chest. Reach out through the fingers and toes. Holding the pose, but not the breath. So keep breathing here. And nice and easy, let's lower down. Once again, we're going to bring the arms alongside the body, palms gaze up. And this time we're going to rest the left side of our head down to our mat. Close our eyes, relax our body, and breathe. Let's open our eyes and lift our head back to center. Coming to child's pose, let's bring our hands to our mat just underneath the shoulders. Press through the hands and knees as we push the buttocks back. Slide your big toes into touch and take your knees a bit wider apart. Sit back to the heels. We'll feel a stretch and opening through the lower back. And we're going to be adding a stretch for the side of our shoulders. So we're going to take our right arm, palm faces up, and slide that arm underneath the chest as we reach towards the left side. Other arm continues to reach straight ahead. Now let's lower our forehead down to our nut. If it's not able to reach down and you need support for your neck, if you have a pillow or a yoga block, have that in front, and you can rest your forehead on top of that. Here we feel that stretching to the right shoulder. Now let's lift our forehead and cross the right arm, stretching forward. Then we'll take the left arm, palm faces up, slides underneath the chest. Reach towards the right side. Other arm reaches straight ahead. Then we'll lower forehead back down to our mat. So now we feel that stretch through the left shoulder. Let's lift our forehead, cross the left arm, stretch it forward. And from here we're going to come up to our hands and knees. Get those knees a bit closer in and set up a kneeling lunge. So let's lunge the right foot forward here. All right, you can adjust that back knee. If you're feeling too much pressure on the back knee, you can always bring a blanket or a pillow underneath if that feels better for you. Or you have the option to come back into a standing lunge. Let's come up with our hands onto our thigh and sink the hips forward as we stretch and open up the left hip flexor. We're also going to take the hands behind and interlace the fingers. Let's squeeze the shoulder blades together, open our chest. Arms lengthening, knuckles pressed down. Now fingers can release. Let's lean forward, hands into our mat. Push through the hands. We're going to bring that right knee back in. And then we're going to lunge the left foot forward. Again, setting up. Adjust that back knee. Use that pillow or towel if needed. Or we're coming up to that standing lunge. Let's come up, hands onto our thigh. Sink our hips forward as we now stretch and open up that right hip flexor. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open our chest. Arms lengthening, knuckles pressed down. Nice stretching opening here to the front of our body. Now fingers can release. Let's lean forward, hands into our mat. Push through the hands, we bring that left knee back in. Now from here we can walk the hands in. We're going to bring ourselves to sitting up onto the heels. If you like, and if you're not there already, you can bring yourself to face forward, to face towards me. Alright, so here, if this is just not working for your knees or ankles, then bring yourself to a different seated position, whether it's sitting with the legs crossed or just having your legs stretched forward. You might actually feel a stretch going into the quad, shins, and ankles here. So as we settle in, let's find that length of our spine, good seated posture, shoulders relaxed. We're going to stretch our triceps, a much needed stretch after all those double chaturangas and cobras. So we're going to reach the right arm up, down or back, touch your spine. You can have your left hand on elbow and work on getting that elbow to face up to the ceiling. Now if it is, and you're feeling really flexible into the shoulders today, you can take this to a bind. That left hand comes behind reach, grab a hold of our fingers as we clasp the hands. Want to make sure that right elbow is still facing up to the ceiling. Might be feeling a stretch into that left shoulder with the bind. If you feel any pain, don't force it. Just bring your hand back onto that right elbow. And I hope you are enjoying the music today. I hope it is sounding a lot better than the live stream. Again, if I can get 1,000 subscribers, I can film live just like you're experiencing today. So tell your friends, family, coworkers. Once I get 1,000 subscribers, I promise I will do another live stream. So there's some motivation. Now hands can release. We're going to lower arms, roll the shoulders, sing up, and we'll go to the other side. Let's reach that left arm up, down our back, touch the spine. Have that right hand on elbow, elbow faces up to the ceiling. We're coming into that bind. Right hand behind reach, grab a hold of our fingers and clasp the hands. Another option is to actually use a yoga strap. Have that strap into the right hand, and then that left hand, and then that right hand reaches behind and grabs a hold of the other part of the strap. But having that right hand on the elbow is perfectly fine for today, as long as we're feeling that stretch into the left tricep. Unless you're very flexible in the triceps, you might not be feeling that stretch today. That's okay as well. A lot of areas that were really flexible and ones that were really tight. So notice which stretches, which areas felt tight today, and maybe spend a little bit more time on those areas. Now hands can release. We're going to lower arms and roll the shoulders, loosen up. Now let's get off our heels and we're going to slide the legs forward into a seated forward bend. Let's position ourselves right up to the sitting bones. Legs straight, feet flexed, spine is straight as well. Now if we're really tight through the back of the legs, bringing ourselves to the seated position might cause us to lean back and slouch. This position is actually really bad for your back, and it also, because it causes you to round the shoulders. So you want to make sure you're sitting up straight to start. Sit up on a yoga block, a bolster if you have that, or even a pillow. Find yourself upright. And once we find ourselves upright, we can stay right here, especially if this area is tight for you. If it isn't, you're going to come forward, take your hands, grab a hold of the soles of your feet, or that option again to use a yoga strap. Let's inhale, lift our heart. Exhale, forehead towards toes. Here we stretch our calves, hamstrings, and lower back. Now let's lift our forehead. Hands are back and release. Let's come back up and lengthen our spine. If you are sitting up on a blanket or pillow block, you can release that now. We're now going to have some fun and coming to our baby grasshopper. This pose isn't a beginner pose. It's a more of a, you could say, intermediate pose. Although it looks more challenging than it really is. We're going to be using that glute and shoulder strength. So let's start as we bring ourselves onto the right side of our body. Even if we don't get into the full pose today, that's perfectly fine. We're going to take some steps to build up to that pose today. So you don't want to be leaning back onto the side of your glute. Make sure you're onto the side of your hip. You're going to take your top leg, cross it over here in front, have the full foot grounded. And we need our toes to face straight ahead. Okay? Your bottom leg here is straight and the foot as flexed. Make sure that you're not leaning back. If you're leaning back, you're going to find your toes pointing up. So let's come forward here. Now we set that right hand into our mat. Fingers should be facing forward, not out to the sides of the room, directly straight ahead, just like those left toes. So here your wrist, elbow, and shoulder is in one line. Now this is a setup for the pose. Your foundation of the pose is your hand and foot. You'll see in a moment what I mean. So you can stay with this today. If we're going to further, we're going to get into the upper body strength. So pull your abdominals in. We're going to bring our pelvis and torso forward by bending the right elbow, bringing that arm into a 90-degree angle. 90-degree angle is going to look like we're in that chaturanga again. Now from here, take that left hand, reach, grab a hold of the outer part of the sole of your foot of your extended leg. If you got long legs, use your yoga strap. You want to make sure that we're not tilting back here. Stay forward, and chin is up. Now with greater glute and upper body strength, we can take this into our full pose. Abs in nice and tight, push through your foundation, your hand and foot, and we're gonna lift up. Now as we get that lift, we're gonna feel the biggest muscle of our body, gluteus maximus, working here. So really push through that left foot, work into that left glute, and into that right arm. Even if we're holding and lifting just for a couple seconds, we are getting a feel for the pose today. Want to hold a little bit longer? Continue to practice. Now if we are all the way up, take it all the way down. Hand can release, push through that right hand, lift the torso back up, and cross that left leg. Let's take it now over to the other side and see what happens. Having some fun with this. All right, so again, we're on to the side of the body. Let's take that top leg, Right leg crosses over in front. The full foot is grounded, toes face straight ahead. And that bottom leg is straight, foot is flexed. So you'll see that the outer edge of your foot will be into your mat. I want to keep that leg straight and strong. If we start to relax that leg and bend the knee, we're going to find that we're going to be collapsing into this pose. Now let's set that left hand right under shoulder and spread the fingers, fingers forward. And your choice to stay just here today. If we're going further, abdominals in. Torso comes forward, we're bending that left elbow. Coming parallel to the floor. And you can take that right hand, reach, grab a hold of the outer part of the foot of that extended leg, or we're using a yoga strap. See how you feel here. If we're feeling really strong today, then push through that foundation hand and foot, and let's lift up. You're bound to feel maybe one side a little better than the other. But let's work this side as well. See if we can get up there. Or at least maybe to the same spot we did on the other side. And even that weight through your hand and foot, not that you're just using your foot or your hand to hold you up here. Get your upper body and lower body working evenly. And try to lean forward. If you're leaning back, it's hard to get that lift. And once you lean forward, you're really going to start to feel your muscles working. All right, if you're all the way up, take it all the way down. Hand can release from foot. Push through that left hand. Bring the torso back up. Let's uncross that leg and slide it out. All right, everything else is down on our back. So let's bring ourselves right to the front of our mat. We're going to bend our knees, draw the belly in. Reach the arms ahead. So we use our abdominal strength here to slowly roll down vertebra by vertebra. Yeah, feel that strength you have through your abdominals as well. And once we come all the way down, we can relax our abdominals. Last bit of work here is for our glutes. We're going to be coming into bridge lifts. So we can keep the knees bent, set our feet into our mat hip distance apart, ankles in line with knees, toes point straight ahead. Arms at our sides, palms into our mat. So we connect with our breath. On the inhale, let's squeeze the buttocks, push through the feet as we lift our pelvis all the way up. And then as we exhale, lower all the way back down. Smooth movement. Inhale, lift and squeeze. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower. So push through both feet evenly, all four corners. And give your glutes a real good squeeze as you're all the way up there. Now next time as we inhale, we're going to squeeze back up to that bridge and hold here. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Lower down. We're going to go through that one more time. So reset the feet if needed. One set. On the inhale, squeeze the buttocks. Push through the feet, lifting your pelvis up. And exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower. We're going to have buns of steel after this class. We're also going to have some pretty good looking arms as well. Now next time as we inhale, we're going to squeeze back up to that bridge and hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy, lower down. Once we lower, let's draw our knees into our chest. We'll hug the knees in and rock side to side. Massaging your lower back should feel good. Now we're going to give a nice stretch to our outer hips and glutes. And into our supine option of pigeon pose. Let's lower our feet down to our mat. Bring right ankle onto left thigh, flex the foot. Then we'll take the hands and thread the needle, reach on in and grab a hold of our left hamstring. Feel that stretch through the right hip and glute. If we need more, we can pull the thigh closer in. Now hands can release, lower foot, and uncross our leg. We'll then bring left ankle onto right thigh, flex the foot. Take the hands and thread the needle, reach on in and grab a hold of our right hamstring. So now feel that stretch through the left hip and glute. And if we need more, pull the thigh closer in. Now hands can release, lower foot, and across our leg. Come to reclining butterfly. Bring those heels as close as we can in towards buttocks. Allow the knees to part open. Bring the soles of our feet together. Relax through our hips, inner thighs, and groin. Arms can open out to cactus, elbows shoulder height, fingers face to the back of the room. If we're not able to rest the arms down in this position, especially if we're tight through the chest and shoulders, we can open the arms out to a straight line shoulder height instead. So you decide. So relax through the chest and shoulders. And feeling a bit more of a gentle stretch. But this is a stretch, a pose that we're really able to let go and release, being supported by the ground. Now let's slowly bring the knees back together. Slide the legs forward and a bit further apart. We'll slide the arms down to our sides. Draw shoulders down from our ears. Palms of our hands gaze up. We'll slowly rock our head from side to side. Giving a gentle massage to the back of our head. Releasing any tension through our neck. head back to center. As we move now into our relaxation and meditation. So if you haven't already, you can close your eyes. Soften your eyelids. And relax your jaw. Lips gently seal. Tongue resting gently on the palate of your mouth. Softening all the muscles of your face. And start to scan your body. From the tips of your toes, all the way out through the crown of your head. Notice some areas you're holding on to. And now letting go. And allow your mind to relax. Any thoughts you're still holding on to, put them aside. And focus on your breath. Allow your mind and body to experience complete relaxation. And for any healing that needs to take place, to happen now. Now begin to bring your awareness back into the room. Deepen your breath. Slowly waken your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. you can slowly draw your knees in towards your chest. Hug your knees into your heart and give yourself a great big hug for taking the time to honor your mind, body, and spirit. And keeping your eyes closed, you can roll over to your favorite side into a fetal position. And again, in your time, you can slowly make your way up to sitting, where we can cross our legs, bring hands on knees, palms gaze up, lengthen our spine and allow our heart to lift. And let's end with a deep inhale. Sweep our arms above our head, bring palms together and draw them down to our heart center. The divine in me honors the divine in you. May there be peace in your hearts and the world around you. Namaste. Thanks for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed your practice, whether you were there for the live stream or not. I hope you enjoyed our theme this time, our slow vinyasa, almost power yoga. I know we didn't have the extra added Easter flair this time, but I just realized I did have some bunny ears lying around. So now I can give you a proper happy Easter long weekend, and I hope to see you soon. I hope you're taking care of yourself and be safe. Other than that, I'm gonna hop my way out of here. See you soon.